The camera automatically goes to the selfie mode. And we'll have to refresh the chat too. What's up, honey?
Can we stop school since the timer left?
Yes, we heard.
Yes.
Can we say hi to our fans?
Are you dressed?
No.
She has your jerk shirt on.
Oh, yeah. PJs are fine. Hi, guys. Steve wants to say hi. Come say hi, Steve.
Steve.
Get out of here. Hi, Larry. Oh, I suppose we'll get everyone their mandatory Larry fix too. Oh, where did you appear from?
Oh.
Pedro just manifested out of the shadows. Say hi. You're up there.
Hi.
Hi. All right, there's your baby Larry fix, everyone.
Mom. I bet they can't see you.
Thank you, JD. Hi, Dino. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Kat. All right, so if you guys didn't know, we hit 10K Sunday.
Hi.
As-
I know.
Yep, whatever she said. As reward by request and punishment for me, we agreed that we'd do a concert. I've mentioned, I think, in a couple lives. I don't think we've talked about it in the videos, but I have a white trashy folk act called the Hobo Prophet. I write original dark folk songs, I guess you call it. I don't know.
I ran my kids.
So we're gonna do a few of those today, and stuff. I don't know.
E2 asked, are you taking requests?
No, I'm not taking requests unless you know some of my songs, because I don't.
Excuse me.
I don't know how much of the content you guys have seen so far. I've talked a few times. I have excuse you. I have carpal tunnel and cubital tunnel syndrome, so my hands and fingers are kind of garbage, and I started developing neuropathy symptoms a couple years ago. And with all that, I don't really play a whole lot anymore. I've done, what, 2 shows in the last 3 years? Yeah, I don't really practice at all. I don't think I've even changed my strings for over a year, and that's a big no-no if you're a guitar player, because they get pretty muddy pretty quick. So I'm gonna try to get through this. I played through most of the songs last night, right? Did okay. I figured I'd tune and yak for a few minutes to give people time to show up, and we'll get going. What's up? You wanna come say hi to everybody? Pedro wants to say hi too. The whole Fang Dangley's here.
Hi. I hope you like the song.
Thank you, Barry. My 4 biggest fans right here. Couldn't be happier. Hi, Dana. Aren't they the best? I'm a very... we might be poor white trash, but I'm a very rich man. Hi, Lisa. Hello, dubiously domestic. Dubious of you. What?
If you haven't, make sure to like and subscribe.
You heard her. Girl. Live, like, laugh. Alright? Something like that.
I can't remember.
Live, like, and love.
Live, like, and love. I'm using... I thought I grabbed my regular strings. But I got a different style apparently, and it's got a steel G string instead of bronze, and it's throwing me off really bad because I've never played string stretch like that. Seeing string sets like that. Avery, friend, you gotta be quiet, okay? And next to the camera, all they hear is you. I don't think anybody would be complaining. Hi, Granny. Hey, girl. Hi, Rusty. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Tony. Purple hair granny. Hey, thank you. Always working, right? All right, so right after I got out of prison in 2018, I was doodling around with this little melody I've been playing with, and this concept of like an all-encompassing breakup song, like not just to past relationships, like romantic relationships, but like interpersonal relationships, and the old me was the main focus of it, is breaking up with the old self and starting a new life, you know. So it's kind of a little honky ditty called Over You. I haven't played it in a long time, so I'm probably gonna screw up.
All good songs start with "When I Got Out of Prison."
Right? I've got a few of them. Anyway. We'll call this the sound check song, I guess. So let us know if you guys can hear the guitar and hear me singing, okay? Moon is high, but my spirit's low. There's a piercing ringing in the ears when I'm alone, and my mind is an old wood burning silhouette holding you. And my mind is a whiskey stained family album wasted over you. Too many stars are looking down. I'll still try to hide. Can't run from the hounds of the devil inside when my mind is a bone glass sculpted portrait broken over you. And my eyes are cascading salt rapids, tears shed over you. One more day to be over you, that's one more week and I'll be over you. One more month till I get over you. It's always one more year, can't get over you. Can't get over you. Can't even tell if this is real or a dream. The past waves goodbye while lamenting crickets all sing. How my heart is a coffee mug made of porcelain, shattered over you. And my soul is a southbound murder of black crows flying over you. Oh, my heart, don't know if it ever will. Get on you. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. Everything sounded okay? I hope. Let me grab a drink real quick. Big surprise, Larry doesn't want something.
Yeah, had to get shoes on to go upstairs.
Of course. Why not? Oh.
Does America sing along? Sometimes, rarely, but she greets us like Mrs. Doubtfire when we come home.
Hello!
Every time.
Hello! That's so cute. Speaking of America, these next two songs I used to call the American Medley. Pretty girl. The first one is called American Dream. I wrote it actually over a 17-year span, and it's not good enough to warrant that amount of time. But I wrote the verse and the chorus when I was 19, 20. I was living around Carbondale, Illinois, and it was the first time I realized I kind of had a problem with drinking and smoking the devil's lettuce and things like that. And when it first occurred to me that I didn't really have control over it, I just kind of looked around and realized that my life had fallen apart for the first time. And I wasn't handling it well. So I started to write this song about like the things that irritated me about myself in this sort of satirical context of just living in a trash heap. And then I let it sit in a notebook, and then I found it 17 years later and was like, I could throw something onto that and add adult problems to it. And so the whole thing is just kind of making fun of things about myself and the people around me that I didn't like at the time. But it's called American Dream. Hey Gray, thanks for popping in. Love you. American Dream. God, it's so out of tune. What happened? Hang on. False start. That string is driving me crazy. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Note to self: never use the earthbound rock and roll strings ever again. I like the bluegrass strings. They're a little thicker. Because as bad as my fingers are, I'll bend the hell out of strings when I play. Because when I learned, I used to have to play on really crappy guitars that had like super high action. So I'm used to like really mashing the hell out of the strings. So when I have a good guitar, like AJ got me as a 4-year sober present a while back, I overplay it, I guess. That's a little better. All right, take two. American Dream. That's a lot better. Waking up with a bowl in hand, I slurry this mountain of empty cans, and I can tell that things are not quite what they seem. Take a little trip to the kitchen sink, move the dishes so I can take a leak, and that's when I realize this is the American dream. Forgot to go shopping for a month, so let's ramen and canned green corn for lunch, but that's alright, I'll likely drink my dinner I can always eat $10 Walmart shoes on my feet. One more stamp on this card, I'll get a free McCafe. Well, this is my fault, you see. Just a victim of my locality. I never asked to be here, it's just always been that way. I don't read, I don't write, I think for myself. Pick pills by the pound for my mental health. And I form all my views by watching Fox News all day. The longer I sit and stare at the scope, the more I think I should just give up. If life's a gift, what's the return policy anyway? Wasted, and I wasted the best years of my life while you were busy saving up. I was barely scraping by. Wasted, and I wasted the last decade of mine. So go ahead and go grow up, I'm gonna stay here. Getting wondering why life keeps on passing me by. My waste of my life. Free birds.
Free bird.
Nice. Thank you for answering questions, Granny. Everybody.
What's the other one everybody yells out?
Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel is our area's free bird. I didn't know
More
that.
cowbell.
Used to play it. I used to have a cowbell too. I think I still do somewhere. Now, fun fact, I used to, I don't know if you kids remember this fella from the 80s named Rick Astley. But there for a while in the early thousands, we all used to make a little joke of tricking each other into listening to his song, Never Gonna Give You Up, and we called it Rickrolling people. Hilarious. We were really the prank masters of the internet in our time. But I used to do this thing where I learned how to play Never Gonna Give You Up. So anytime somebody yelled out Freebird at a show, I would say, all right, you get what you, careful what you wish for. I'd start to play it, and I'd get like 2 lines in, and then I would immediately jump into Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley and Rickroll the whole crowd. It's a lot of fun. Did I leave it tomorrow? Cause when the strangers too low. It's the wrong key, but you get the idea. I don't remember how to do it now, or I'd get them just for that. These strings are terrible. This song is also called Tuning. Brought to you by Blue Potato Music in Southern Illinois. Great little music shop. I get all my stuff and this guitar, right?
Mm-hmm.
From Keith there at Blue Potato. Awesome little music store.
Yes, awesome people.
If I remember, I'll go back after the live and link their stuff in the description. There we go.
They even have little cigar box guitars in there.
Purple Hair Granny enjoyed it. Oh, Dono, no, that's horrible. I'm glad you're here for the tuning song too, Jenny. All right, all the cowbell. So, I promised American medley. We don't talk religion and politics here in the Jerk Squad because we all want to get along and be friendly, and that's a quick way to not. But if you're ever curious what my politics are, I think I say them pretty well in this song.
Make sure you censor.
I'm thinking very carefully about what all the words are before I begin. It's about that, you guys know the stereotypical American mentality of like, our guns are bigger and our trucks are bigger and we'll whoop your ass. So the song's a satire, we'll say that. It's written from the perspective of a new leader coming into power and how they're going to shape things up, I guess is a good way to look at it. But it's called America. okay to dance. It is funky as hell. It's not easy always being on top. It's not easy when you're calling all the shots. It's not easy being the alpha dog. It's not easy playing the wheel for all you cards, but I'll make all the decisions, even the ones against my own interest. I will decide who gets to live, who gets to die. I've got the biggest balls, so I will make all the calls. Yeah, challenge my authority, and you'll find you're the minority. Cause my mom can beat up your mom, my dad can beat up your dad, my dog can beat up your dog too. My friends can beat up your friends, my kids can beat up your kids, my guy can beat up your guy too, beat up your guy too. Still take all the help that I can get. Don't expect me to want to help pay for it. I got you covered when it comes to how to live. Don't bother with advice, cause it's orders that I give. Ignore my noise pollution, or face my final solution. My time is of the greatest worth. I'm busy building hell on earth. I follow my plan by the book. My foundation can't be sure, though it's hard to see beyond my nose. Just there it is, as wild as go. My mom can beat up your mom, dad can beat up your dad, my dog can beat up your dog too. My friends can beat up your friends, my kids can beat up your kids, my guy can beat up your guy too. 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 Beat up your guy too.
I hope girls
Cat can
think,
beat up your cat.
how the hell am I supposed to get any work done today between Feral Live and now Jerks?
And Mac was live too.
Oh, was he? I missed that
Yeah.
one.
Beth went live this morning, and Mac was live like an hour ago for a bit.
I was able to pop on Beth on my way home this morning from a work trip I had to make.
Which was delightful for me, because, like, she'll think I'm on the road, and I stay watching lives for all my people. And, like, I'll send a message real quick before I take off driving, and then she'll get all mad and be like, what are you doing in the chat while you're driving? And then after I talked to her on the phone today, knowing she was on the road, I'm watching Best Live, and I see a little message from AJ pop up talking about our kids, and I'm like, oh!
I did talk to text, thank you very much, and based on how she read one of my things, it did not translate very well.
I wasn't sure what you said. Oh, Kyle's mom, thank you. Kitchen sink blues. What's next?
I'm curious what Mark was sending her.
Right? I really want to know what Mark was saying. She got so
embarrassed.
just upset about it. She could not focus at all. I'm going to try to do this one. This one's actually a spoken word piece. Somebody had requested poetry in the last live, so this is one of my poems I try to put to music. It's called King of the Jungle. It's about living with bipolar disorder and everything, mainly bipolar disorder, and what that battle is like all day long, every day. It's not that good, so.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Tony. Well, I guess I must be the king of the jungle, because there's lions and tigers and bears always trying to tear their way out of the skin that I'm in. Prowling and howling, but they don't want to share. They don't want to share their feelings. They have their fill on mine. Now I'm not a beast for holding them back, but I am a beast of burden, because I'll act like an ass and I'm sorry. It's just my way of dealing with the weight in these old saddlebags. I know there's mountains to climb and I'm just being stubborn. Now if our time is the body of water, it's a murky ocean to me because I can't see the other side. And when it seems like the tide is low, I'm just a socially inept and incompetent beach goer with a busted metal detector on my own, looking for change, and after a while I just want it to be over. My pockets are empty.
Oh, a girl said even your guitar is tattooed.
Yeah. Most of these are stickers from bands, either local or otherwise, that I've played with. And then on the back, I always carry these oil paint markers with me. And I have all my buddies that I play with, or strangers that I play with, sign or draw or do something on it. So it's got quite a few stories already. That always wears me out.
I don't remember who it was that said they knew who Broken Circle was, but there's a Broken Circle in there somewhere.
Whoever it was that said they were familiar with Broken Circle, that's my dudes right there. And then,
if anybody knows Solomon Crow, that's him.
yeah, Solomon, good buddy of ours from up north and down south.
And then Serrated.
Serrated, yeah. I don't have a Serrated sticker. I have an Adam sticker.
Oh yeah, this is Adam, the singer of the intro.
That's the guy. He's in two bands. This is the other band he's in, Matty Till Dawn. But Serrated's the band that sings the Jerk theme, and that's Adam, the guy that sings it right there, or Dadum, as we call him, because he's so dad.
Does it affect the sound having all of those on there?
I mean, in a nearly imperceptible way. It's really no different than like the guitars having a clear coat on them after they're painted and stained and stuff. It's just stuff on it. And I'm sure if you had got into like micro measurements of the sound waves and the hertz and things like that, I'm sure it makes a tiny difference, but I haven't noticed one. I still think it sounds beautiful when it has the right strings on it. Check one more time. Any other chats?
My son played drums for Bob Fleming and the Cambria Iron Company. They have been to Illinois, but I'm not sure where. Probably somewhere closer to Chicago.
Probably. That's cool. I started out playing drums, actually. It was my first school instrument. I was a percussionist for years. I didn't start playing guitar until I was 19.
CCR is from our town. Or they used to play here or something quite regularly.
We had a bowling alley in town that the owner had networked with all kinds of people, and he used to have big acts, mostly 80s acts, but still big acts come through. CCR and Great White was a big one that came around a lot. Bad Company would play right here in our teeny tiny little town. They put they'd roll a stage out over the bowling lanes, and the bands would play on the bowling lanes while people bowled. It was pretty wild. And then,
I'm not from here, so I didn't grow up with any of that.
For a couple summers, I think I was bi-weekly entertainment in their in building a bookshop they had in coffee shop. Betsy's Book and Brew.
Favorite concerts? Incubus.
I got to see Guar on Halloween at Pops in St. Louis, and it was amazing. It was a small venue, so they didn't have the organ grinder or anything like that, but it was still an incredible show. And they all took their costumes off for an encore, so we got to see what the members actually look like. That was really neat.
The little bit we got to see Nolan Taylor, or we saw Nolan. We paid for the tickets for the Charles Wesley, whatever his name is.
Nolan Taylor.
But we only went for Nolan Taylor, so he was good, and he was a sweetheart.
Super sweet. He and I shared a little moment.
Does other Rick sing? No.
You want to hear?
No.
This is the other Rick song. Hey, my Rick! The end. I can't do it anymore. Cha cha cha. All right. This is another song I wrote in prison in 2018. I was incarcerated at the Vandalia Correctional Center. I was working in the kitchen. It was a job assignment that I had for a time. And I had noticed coming and going from work and staring out the windows, like it just kind of struck me the juxtaposition of the birds there that caught my attention. I don't normally pay much attention to birds. And these guys stuck out to me because, like, you have all these hardened criminals, some of them with, like, murders in their history. And here is one of nature's most delicate creatures, the bird. Hollow bones, complete garbage animal. And completely fearless of all these men. Would hop right up to them. And here's these guys, that some had killed people. And they're just throwing scraps of bread down at the birds. And we're all just sharing this, like, mutual thing. And the birds are like, feed me. And then people were like, we'll feed them. And then that already got my attention. But then I was staring out the window of the kitchen one day, longing for my own freedom. And I noticed this little sparrow come, like, zooming in 90 miles an hour, land on razor wire, and just sit there chilling like it wasn't no thing. And in many ways, I started to see how they were superior to us, at least in their bravery, and specifically in their freedom, of course. And so I wrote a little song about it called Prison Birds of Vandalia Correctional Center, which is a catchy title, I know. This one's also very hard, so I'll probably screw it up too, but we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun with it. I might sit down for this one. Easier on my hands. As I hop through the shadowy valley, there are no evils I fear. Still I keep to myself mostly. Friends and family I hold dear. I my woes and worries, swallow concerns for those down on the ground, and try to be thankful for my freedom. We come and go, but the others too, this place they are bound. They fly away, fly away, fly away, away from our summertime home. Sticks and strings discarded, shiny things gathered behind these bricks where I make my bed. Down below they drop their crumbs and morsels I will retrieve to help keep my wife and children well fed. Boldly I rest upon lasered and barbed wire, carrying a dart in and out of dark cinder blockies. And there they just walk in their pairs of straight lines, pitifully restrained while we are free to leave. We fly away, away to our wintertime home. Fly away, away from our summertime home.
forgot the lyrics there for a minute.
I did. I usually did. Thank you, Tony.
What's your next one?
This next song is called Sirens. What's that? I see a fog rolling in.
Prison Birds of Vandalia.
Correctional.
Okay. Prison Birds for short is the name of it.
Not all, but a lot of these are on the internet. If you're sleuthy enough, you can find. I have like 3 other old YouTube channels. Plus, I have one for the Hobo Prophet. I just only have like 2 videos on there because I haven't been playing a lot the last couple of years.
Mr. Ratcliffe posted your whole Blanchard set.
Yeah, the whole set there. And then there's also some really, really old recordings when I first started writing music and when I learned how to do very crappy at-home recordings. If you dig really deep, you can find those. But you have to know my old band names to find them. Good luck with that. There are Easter eggs hidden. If you check hard enough, you probably find the answers in the videos. The counterpart. Anyway, so here's another sad song set to a.
Circles.
Oh yeah, another Broken Circle sticker. Here's another really sad song set to lovely melody. The song is called Sirens. It's about the 2 times in my life that I had some traumatic experiences around the sound of sirens and the lights that come with first response vehicles. When I was a child, my mother and I witnessed a fire where a lot of human and non-human lives were either harmed or perished in it. And there was this moment where I heard this screaming and kept asking my mom if the people were okay, and she was like just kind of shook, and she said, "That's not people, that's the peacocks inside." And it haunted me, that sound of them screaming in the fire. Sorry, trigger warning, lots of sad stuff in the stories behind these songs. But that was a time that was kind of burned in my memory, foggy as it may have been. And then there was another instance when I was a teenager that a dear friend of mine who I dated for a short time, we kind of grew apart over the years in high school, but she was mixed race, and we had some people at our school that were very unkind to her, and because of that and other reasons, she ended up taking her own life. And I was not far from her house the day it happened, and I always kind of blame myself a little bit for not checking on her because I thought of her that day, and I didn't check in. And so that kind of stuck with me too. But the song is an homage to those lives lost during this point in my time. It's called Sirens. On the edge of town, never forget the sound of the sirens and screams as that old barn burned down to the ground. The embers fell like summertime snow all around. All the people stood side by side. It's okay, my son, I knew that mama lied. Looking in a strange how peacocks scream like people as they all burn alive. Wait for that Sunday, list of all the life and the history now blown away. Yeah. Memories all slowly start to fade. Like ashes on the weeping winds of yesterday. Like ashes on the weeping winds of yesterday. Walking on the edge of town, never forget the sound of the sirens and cries. That ambulance makes down to your street and it parked outside your house. Remembered in 7th grade. Valentine's Day, we took so much shit just for being from a different day. Never give a damn about those guys in the first grade. Funeral last Sunday, grandmother and I, we spoke about he passed away. Got you again. Memory it slowly starts to fade. Memories all slowly start to fade. Me, your memory won't ever fucking fade. Ashes on the weeping winds of yesterday. Like ashes on the weeping winds of yesterday. Like ashes on the weeping winds of yesterday.
Drill came out of nowhere.
Thank you, McGranny. I can't read what Kat said to see for
Really appreciate how you're giving context, meaning, and backstory of each song.
Thank
Great
you, Kat.
songs. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you. I got a couple more. If you guys were with us for the Sunday live, that light's flickering now. If you guys were with us for the Sunday live, we did a little taste of some stuff. And we did two of my songs, Bridges 1 and Bridges 2. Bridges 1 is about a point in my life where I realized that I was growing apart from old friendships and other people that I still like cherished in my life. Had come the time where we just gone our separate ways, that old nutshell, or chestnut. And old nutshell. You're an old nutshell.
I am.
Just that thing that happens when we grow up, where we drift apart from people that were close to us, and how that's a part of the process, because we wouldn't be where we are if we hadn't taken different roads. There's a Robert Frost kind of theme there. Good buddy of mine / kind of cousin, Derek, actually wrote the chorus. He wrote the lyrics for the chorus and gave that to me, and it inspired the rest of the song. It was kind of funny because he told me it was a completely different direction than he was seeing the lyrics going, but it was my first collab with a friend, and I appreciate him for that. No, because I have to use my phone. It's right there. It stopped. It's not showing up on there. Anyway.
It's showing up in my head.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, this song's called Bridges. Foundations crumble, houses they fall down. Even ghosts can go and leave nothing in this town. Water may rise, but the tides are gonna wash and fade away. Flowers bloom, they're gonna turn brown again someday. We'll pack our bags, head west a few go weeks. It's not such a painless thing, no, not in the very least. So follow that sunrise, I'm gonna meet up with the moon. Maybe we'll meet again, not so very soon. Don't burn a few bridges, just keep walking the same old road. Path on travel leads to a future you'll never know. Put the mash to the timbers, do stuff which remembers. Now don't forget to laugh while you're watching it burn. Don't forget to laugh while you're watching it burn. The leaves they fall, they're gonna grow back again. They can't be truly good, cause it's done to share a smell. The sun gave us life, someday it'll burn us all. The mountain's standing strong, but still crack and fall. Was it one of time's oldest secrets, stuck deep into our hearts? We kept us all growing, but we grew so far apart. Stay up too late, we're having too many epiphanies. We stared too hard at the ocean, so we drifted like the sea. Don't burn you bridges, just keep walking the same old roads. But the path untraveled leads to a future you'll never know. Put the mash to the timbers, do stuff which remembers. And don't forget to laugh, watching it burn. Don't forget to laugh while you're watching it burn and burn and burn and burn and burn it down. Burn it down. Burn it down. Want to take a wild guess what Bridges 2 is about? Trauma!
Whoa! Whoa!
And special effects. foundations crumble, and the craftsmanship is less than quarter act. Now the mighty house tumbles, the support studs crack, trusses crash down, down walls, ring, ceiling all fall down, down, down. And the sleeping foreman lets it go. Build up this castle long enough, quake suffocating. I can't breathe a minute upon your hilltop, my queen. Can't stand another day in this sickening scene again. I'll go down, making my way all the way upside down underground, yeah. While you sit back and you watch your whole kingdom, your whole world falling down, 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 down at the mercy of a single word. I've been burning this bridge so long, I think the part of me that wanted to try is out of luck. I'm not spared the fuel, spoil the bombs, drop a few on either side and blow that bridge up. Blow that bridge up, yeah. And I'll laugh while I watch the rubble and shrapnel pour through that billowing mushroom. But I'm never going back, nothing left but shattered pieces fall to the ground. The clouds like rain to the ground. All the king's horses, all the king's men, and all the rapids will never be able to mend what's falling, falling down. What's falling, falling down. What's falling down. That was a lot more impactful live because I'm usually playing on an amp, and then when I get to that last part, I always unplug my guitar and run out into the crowd and just scream it at people.
That's one of my favorites.
She loves that one.
I do, especially live.
Thank you guys so much for all the love. You're freaking awesome. All right. Well, give her one more tune. So, about 10 years ago now, this was my first regular song in my sets, but about 10 years ago, things were getting pretty dark for me. I wasn't taking care of my mental health at all. Had a okay life, had a family at the time, and nice house out in the country, and steady work, but that's not how depression and bipolar and things like that work. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It's a chemical thing. You can still feel like you want to die all the time. And that's something I've struggled with my whole life. And it got dark enough one night that I sat down to write a letter in regards to my checking out early. And I was kind of laughing at myself at the absurdity of it, because I wasn't trying, but it was rhyming as I went. And I was like, this wouldn't make a bad song, really. And then a melody came to me. And so that night, what would have been a note turned into a song. And so the song kind of saved my life. I call it Prologue because it's like the start of the story, you know. And over the years, I've written sequels to it. We're going to skip Epilogue today, part 2, because it's more of a live song than a YouTube video song. It wouldn't really fit. But then the third part is called Road Trip. And I wrote it leaving prison in 2018. It was my first time in recovery, and I was really hoping it was going to work out. Like, I genuinely wanted to stay sober, but I was afraid of what it was going to be like having that freedom again. And So I wrote a song about that fear and that longing to remain sober when you're fighting against a disease like addiction. So this is Prologue 1 and 3. We'll skip 2, but it's when they're all together, it's a 20-minute song, which is it's far too much to ask anyone to sit through anyway. So we'll skip that part. But these are my babies. Written on that guitar right there, that's Johnny. He's mentioned in Prologue 1. I talk about my first decent 6-string and how I named him Johnny. That's Johnny right there. That's why he hangs up in the background, because he's an important part of my life. This is Joe. AJ. Got him from me.
Laura says congrats from Carmi.
Thank you, Laura. We got peeps down in
people
Carmi.
down there.
Actually, there's a line in Prologue where I say something about taping a note on the door with our old band sticker. The old band I'm referring to in the song was a punk band I was in, Bully DePindo, from Carmi and McLeansboro, but mostly Carmi. If you ever heard of the Punk House, that's my dudes. That's my old bandmates and buddies. The ones that are still alive, anyway. Anyway, Prologue. Just in case. Keep them nearby. We're already having difficulties. There we go.
She said OMG. I wonder if she knows them.
She must. We'll talk. Wise chick told me it's futile to search for the logic and illogical people and their words. And I thought, how profound, yet so simple of a statement to not dawn on a punk like me in the depths of the basement. And about that time I bought my first decent 6-string, and I named him Johnny for the memories he would bring. And even to this day I don't write our songs, so let him do his thing, and I try to sing along about nothing but these random old thoughts in my head. It's free association of these one to be dead. So for now, I'll keep my thoughts between my notebook and the moonlight. The thing is full tonight, or I couldn't see to write that note that I taped with our old band sticker to your door. Say, thanks for the good times, but you won't see me no more. I'll be vacant and vagrant, fragrant and all-knowing. And listen, remember, you don't follow where I'm going. And I'll let the wrong address and fake telephone number inside. You wanna find me, you gotta look under the obituaries. Work wanted ads in some small town newspaper in a made-up distant land, where people aren't valued by the size of their bankrolls, and you can cross bridges without paying up their tolls. Nobody cares if you're black, white, Republican, or gay, straight, transgender, Jew, atheist, or Christian, and the laws aren't created. Strip people of their rights, and words like science and religion don't cause Facebook fights. The only governing body, these benevolent organizations, and children on robbed daily of their imagination. You don't need to spend all my time under some lamppost screaming out ballads. Yesterday's ghost, how I wish I was back there with all my friends. purpose and a goal and a revolution. When apathy struck, I lost motivation for fighting with failure, winning a celebration of those things that I stood for, those things I believed before my tree of knowledge shook off all its leaves. It's when I cried for 7 days, wept 7 nights, got up to lock all the doors and killed all the lights. And even though I didn't make my bed, I still laid down in it, dreaming of some way I could begin it all over again. Rewrite my dumb lucks that I told her had been Winkle. Like I might change my name to Ricky Van Winkle. I never, 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 I never woke up. Never woke up, no, no. Now I lay me down to sleep, pray the good Lord my soul to keep, 'cause I'm probably gonna die before I wake. When I do, there's one thing you should take. Remember to love. Remember to love. Yeah, you're never alone. No. You carry on with your song. Just remember to love. The song's called Road Trip. Well, I don't want to relapse again. I can feel those old thoughts creeping back in. There's a knife in my chest, too much noise in my head. And I know I can make it alright. Just 25 and 50 can get me through the night. If I can't stop this hurting rate, near somebody else is gonna wind up dead. I keep checking on all of the signs, but it's still a long drive to the state of recovery. And there's 1,000,001 exits along the way. I could pull off the shoulder, take just one short break, but I'd have to start over. No, I got what it takes, and the good Lord willing, I'm gonna get there one day. Now I'm lying wide awake again, and I can't shut my mind off on me 3 a.m. My heart won't stop pounding, I'm covered in sweat. And I know, and the bottle's never been out of reach. And there's always a way to that house down the street. I can go get my fix, but God, I swear I'm not giving up yet. I keep checking on all of the signs, but it's still a long drive to the state of recovery. Now, there's 1,000,001 exits along the way. I could pull off the shoulder. Just one short break, but I'd have to start over. Oh, I got what it takes, and the good Lord willing, I'm gonna get there one day. I keep checking on all of the signs, but it's still a long drive to the city to recover now. There's 1,000,001 exits along the way. I could pull out the shoulder, take just one short break. Oh, but I have to start over. No, I got what it takes, and the good Lord willing, I'm gonna get there one day. Now I'm lying wide awake again. That's it. Go home. It's sweaty in here. Our house gets so hot. And we have to kill the AC and the fans when we do lives. Otherwise stuff happens. Because reasons. Oh my gosh, look at this chat. There's all hearts and waves and things. You guys are the best. We got the whole squad in the live this time. Thank you, E2. Thanks for hanging out, guys.
I love you too.
Larry loves you too. Like wow, right? Like big, huge thanks to Feral Tribe Wife and Midwest Magic Cleaning, because without them dropping my name, we would not have got here this fast. I'm sure we would have done fine on our own, but I've got some amazing friends. I always have. I only keep the best people in my people collection. Welcome to it. You know, you're all awesome by association now, just by being in the group. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Dinosaur. Justin! Hey, buddy. Dale. All the mooses and mises. You guys are awesome. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We got some jobs coming up I think are going to work out. We're excited about that. Looking forward to getting that to you guys. Hey, Nan Wendy. Don't worry. You can watch the replay if you want. It'll be up eventually once it uploads. Thank you guys. Seriously.
Thank you. Ready? What do you say?
Hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
you guys know what else we say? No matter what your battles are, no matter what you're going through, you're still here. You're still going. And if nobody else has told you today, me and Steve and Larry and Pedro and AJ are all going to tell you right now. You did a good job.
Say good job.
Good job.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Are you gonna hang out?
She's got stuff to do, Mom.
Woo!
I love
Excuse me.
go